Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Join us here at the on the Riviera line at Paignton station. We're in the Cucumber, the 802, and we're going to be heading over to Exeter. I was going to say at line's end at Paignton, but the line actually does continue all the way to Kingswear, but not in the game, on the Heritage Railway. So we should be good to get the doors shut shortly. In fact, we'll do that now actually. Got a 166 next to us, which layers from Great Western Express. And there are 9 coaches on this one. Right, let's get going. Cool. So Torquay next. Oh, was that 166 off as well? Okay, where's that going? Oh, hang on. Oh, look at this. Oh, we got a dual. Oh, it's a race.
London Paddington will be calling at Torquay.
That's pretty cool.
Newton Abbot, Tinmouth, Dawlish,
Brilliant.
Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton.
So that's probably doing the little shunt here.
Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin,
Pewsey, that's a funny name, isn't it?
Reading,
Pewsey.
and London Paddington.
That's my keyboard. I mean,
Next.
where is it? Look at that as it comes out of Paignton. So that will just go up to the limit of shunt. So that will go literally just past that signal there, stop, and then go back into the platform we've just come out of. Quite cool to see it happen though. I didn't realise they went out that way. I thought all of them went into Goodrington sidings. Well, I suppose if you're going into Goodrington sidings, you have to factor in the Heritage Railway. So sometimes it might just be easier going out that way than back in. That's cool to see. And also being a 166, which layers from Great Western Express. Brilliant. Right, Torquay up next. Yeah, I think this is our first time driving the 802 on the Paignton branch. Oh, there's the limit of shunt there. The position light signal there. That would be how far it can go up. Cool, let's get that up to 40. Or near enough 40. Has anyone tried this train on electric power yet? I'll probably end up doing that when Great Western Express gets its remaster. As I think on Great Western Express there's going to be one Class 802 service, which will be like a test train. So that'll be cool to see. And we sort of drop down into Torquay in a second, after sort of climbing up out of Paignton. There's the bit. Oh, that was weird. The sea was sort of not there, then it loaded, and yeah, well, there we go. And this comes from the PS5 Pro, this video. All of the videos so far have been PS5 Pro. I am going to try and install the Xbox Series X version, so we can try it on there as well. Or at least do a couple of videos on there. So otherwise it just sits there turned off for months. Yeah, I will try and get one done on the Xbox. We'll try and get one done. Hopefully it's running alright though. Just do a little check. Yep, should be running okay. Coming into Torquay, which is literally just down around here. Should get the announcements going off in a second. Sort of down the hill and into the station. Which I assume we'll get the announcement. As I have turned off one of the settings where basically trains which don't have the announcements in real life, I won't hear them in the game. Yeah, it's downhill now. There we go, Torquay. That's coming up. Then after that one fast up to Newton Abbot, not stopping at Tor. Cool. Has anyone been on this route in real life? Mate, have you been on this train in real life? Personally, I have not been on this train. I've been on an 801, and also an 800, the LNER ones, but not one of these. Should be right down to the end of the platform. As we are... oh no, there. Okay, not quite to the end then. Do we actually fit in the platform, or will we have like a coach or two sticking off the back? Because we're going right down the end. Yeah, there's the 9 to 10 car stop there. Which I don't think we're actually ready. I don't think we're going to be fully on the platform.
This is Torquay.
Yeah, we're sticking off the back, but in Train Sim Mod 6 you have got SDO. So you can see the doors actually haven't opened here. Long time coming, but yeah, we've finally got that. And sort of prior to this, it was like some trains had SDO, some didn't, some did, some don't. Like the Class 380, that's got it, the M-Wagon has it, but then other trains don't have it. Like I think the Class 390, the Pendo, doesn't have it. Same with the 350. Sort of like some did, some do. Here comes a 150. Nice. I wonder if you'd have any passengers on there trying to run over for this train at the last second. I mean, they're not going to make it, but... Let's get the one into... was this London, this one? Oh yeah, London Paddington. Right, and up to Newton Abbot. Let's watch the train leaving. As you could literally go right to the end of the platform and you'd get all of the coaches in. Weird. But stop markers there, so we'll stop there. Try not to speed either. It's 40 at the moment. There it goes, it's all uphill. Then we've got the 30 mph limit at the top coming into coming through Tor. Again, do recommend try and turn the HUD off on this route. Looks lovely. As we head up. But hopefully everyone is enjoying the Train Sim World 6 videos. There'll be plenty more to come. My attention is sort of turning onto the German stuff now. I keep wanting to play Dresden. It's like, play Dresden, play Dresden. I've done quite a bit of the Riviera. It's like, right, turn to the German stuff. And at some point I want to do like a stormy run on the Riviera line. Just to see if the waves do change in any way. I don't think they do. But it would be cool to see. Yeah, do like a stormy evening run. In the rain. That's a Tor station, which I assume do any IETs stop there? You have got the stop board for it. So maybe occasionally they do. In fact, we can actually have a look, can't we? Let's have a look. Tor, if it lets us. Got one Charlie 85. I don't know if that would be one potentially. No, nothing on that side at this time of day. Should have sped back up after Tor. You can see you've got the 45 there. Cool. I wonder if we'll get any TSRs on this run. I think on the run we did in the 166, I can't remember if we got a TSR or not. A temporary speed restriction. Which are the new random events for this game. Oh, that was good timing. Speaking of which, here's a TSR. For a 40, which doesn't really make much of a difference considering the speed limit's 45 at the moment. That's alright. Oh, that was good timing, wasn't it? I wonder if we'll get a TSR. Look straight ahead. Oh, there's a TSR warning board. So that one was the warning board with like the little white circles on it. It won't start just yet. It's about a mile away. It'll probably start. The warning boards are quite before when it actually starts. But what I want to see is track workers, maybe some track work, something going on which sort of, you know, makes it a bit more obvious why there's a temporary speed restriction. Yeah, maybe there could be like a diorama of some track workers to the side of the track doing something. I don't know, something, you know, to sort of be like, oh, I can see why that's 40. Doesn't have to be anything major, but just, you know, a few orange track workers. So we got the little distance board there of 278. Is that 278 miles from Paddington, perhaps? Or it could just be 27.8. See what the next one says. Goes up to 60, so we got to stay at 40 as we got the TSR coming up. Which shouldn't delay us too much. Round we go. What's everyone's favourite bit of this route as well? Do you prefer the main line? The main line to Plymouth or the branch line to Paignton? Oh, that's the wrong way round again. Look, don't know why. Because I don't think this is not even a bi-directional bit of track. So that's the 40 board there, and then this one down here would be the end board. But for some reason, it's the other way round. That is of course a bug. I doubt it's meant to be like that. Well, it's not meant to be like that. But yeah, we could see some track workers or something going on. Unless this is like a track defect or something. Right, and let's speed up about now. So up to 60. And it comes down to, I think, 40 at Newton Abbot, so we'll have to come across the points. That's slightly further along yet. Still got to go through King Kerswell station. King Kerswell, which is the abandoned station. You can barely see it, but you can tell it where it was. I don't think we've gone through it yet. It's just here, I think. Yeah, see, like, you see the little like raised bit. I'm pretty certain this is the location of the old King Kerswell station. Which, if you played the Riviera in the 50s route on Train Sim Classic, you probably would have stopped at that station a few times. And there's the warning for the other direction. I've just gone through the objective for the up Torbay line. Cool. I want to see a HST on this run. We've seen a 166 and we've seen a 150. Let's see a HST and a Voyager, and we can tick off all of the main trains on here. And again, for HST and the 166, you do need to own Great Western Express, which is the oldest UK route in the game. Which is very cool to see. But the warning for the 40 coming up. There we go. Also, we'll have to see if we get any blurry textures on this run. Because in the Voyager, it suffers from blurry textures. As we did a stream, Plymouth to Exeter, and by about Totnes we had blurry textures, and it was like, really? Hopefully that can be eradicated eventually. Here's the 40 coming up. You've got the junction indicator here, position 2. I assume if you had position 1, you'd be coming onto the down main into Newton Abbot. But as we got position 2, we'll be coming into the up main, or going on to the up main. So we're coming across here. All of the points seem to be 40 here. Across we go. We've got the position light signal as well. There we go.
We are now approaching
Newton Abbot.
Newton Abbot.
Brilliant. Again, hopefully it's not lagging on the video. So you always want to look at the replay. Maybe because it sizes it down a little bit, it looks a bit laggy. Yeah, maybe because it downscales it in some way. Or at least for the replay. Got 150 in there. Anything on the down platform? No. And this is Newton Abbot. Where are we stopping? Near the end. Again, the IET has its own separate stop markers at most of the stations. This one, I don't think it has one. So, as we're 9 coaches, we'll stop on this stop marker here. Yeah, this one doesn't have it. Yep, here we are.
This is Newton Abbot.
27. Great Western Railway service to
Something's coming on the other platform.
It
It could be a HST actually.
Exeter,
That would be a HST.
Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carry, Westbury,
Pusey, what a funny name, Pusey.
and London Paddington.
Something's coming in, unless it was on about the 150. Fingers crossed it's a HST, that would be nice to see. Unless it was the other train on this platform going to Penzance, but that's a 150. Well, it could have been, that one is off. Maybe it was... No, because I don't think the 150s really go to Penzance. Let's have a look. Where's that one going? Paignton, yeah, I definitely heard Penzance on there. So there must be something coming in. So yeah, would it be an 802 or a HST? Anyway, we're almost good to go, and it'll be Teignmouth next. So you get a bit of a gap to Teignmouth, but a nice scene. We can basically go on to the scenic part now. You got the is this platform? Oh no, definitely not in use. Yeah, that's certainly not in use. Right, set that to forward, and let's get going. Not sure what the driving behaviour is on this train. What would it be? Position 2, then 3, then 4?
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We
Brilliant.
are calling at Teignmouth, Dawlish, Exeter St David, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury,
Pusey.
Bedwin, Newbury, Reading, and London Paddington.
Cool. The stretch between, we've done it on... Oh.
Station is Teignmouth.
Yeah, we've done the stretch before on Train Sim Classic between Exeter and Reading. That bit goes on forever. Such a long stretch, that bit. I think it's 112 miles, Exeter to Reading, and on Train Sim Classic you can do it all in one. It's on the Southwestern Expressways route. Proper scenic route, but just very, well, fast and flat. And quite straight as well. Oh no, it's an 802. Nah, I thought we could see a HST. But no, it's a cucumber. Again, if you haven't seen the resemblance yet of the 802 to a cucumber, just take a look. And the Great Western Cucumber. And then just after here we can speed up to 80. And then up to 90. Oh, actually one thing we didn't do, which is a bit naughty, we didn't actually do a running brake test when we departed. That is a bit cheeky. $90. Oh, straight up to 90. Oh yeah, it's on the other side where it goes 60, 80, 90. Oh, we'll get that up once the back of the train has passed the marker. Again, we're 9 coaches, so it does take a little while for the whole train to get past the board. Lovely. We'll try and get some nice photos as well once we're sort of between Teignmouth and Dawlish. That's the photo spot. Well, this ain't too bad along here though. Sort of the estuary of the River Tyne. Cool. Just gonna turn the audio down just a smidge. It seems a little noisy. Must be a lovely route to drive in real life though along here. Apart from when it's like stormy weather, I mean I suppose that would be quite cool. But a little bit like, oh god. Careful. I'd imagine when it is stormy weather along here, they probably have some sort of blanket speed limit. Probably have like, I don't know, 30 or 40 miles an hour max speed. Just in case if something does happen, they can slam on the brakes and come to a stop. Right, it comes down to 80 shortly. There's the warning board here, and then quite soon after 60 you'll get the warning board for that. Here's the warning for the 60. As we bring that down. There's the 80. I'm still wanting to run the HST on here at some point. I might do it as a stream or as a video, 2-part video. But yeah, we'll run the HST on this route from, well, either Plymouth or Exeter to, well, vice versa. To one of the two across the full route. As the HSTs run the Cardiff to Penzance services as the little castle sets. Right now at 60. So yeah, it won't be too far off of Teignmouth now. Get a little shot like that. Doesn't look that great though. Little one like that. Should get the announcement shortly for Teignmouth. That should pop up shortly. I think I'll be near enough right down the end of the platform here. Well, end of the canopy.
We are now approaching
Teignmouth. Slightly different announcements on the 802 to the 150. On the 150 you also get the male voice, which is like please take care when leaving the train. Whereas on this one it just says we're now approaching Teignmouth. That's it. And also on the 150 it doesn't announce all of the stations. Whereas in this train it announces all of the stations you're going to be stopping at. Little differences. Do we get around? Yeah, we do get around stop marker here. Probably is. Yeah, probably is our first time stopping here in the 802, at least in this direction. Got a floating prohibition sign there. So we've got to go slightly past the platform here. Yeah, because I suppose you've got the kitchen here, so there's not really much point trying to, get this bit on. So yeah, well, no, there's still a short platform here. Although surprisingly, the doors here actually have opened in coach number 8. Yeah, in coach 8 they're open. I suppose as it senses one of the doors is on the platform. Although I'd imagine in real life it probably is front 7. And we're still on time. Hooray. So SDO sort of works. Well, much better having it than not. Thing is though, what if the train was the other way round? What if the kitchen was at the country end? Surely then this stop marker wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't really be good because you'd have a passenger door off the platform. I suppose they try and make that not happen. But yeah, the kitchen is right behind first class, I believe, and first class is always meant to be at the London end of the train. So basically, as soon as people get off, you know, if you're in first class, you'll be the first people off the train, and first people out of the station. And the same if you're travelling back to Cornwall or Devon, you'll be the first people on the train, with less of a walk.
We'll be calling at Dawlish, Exeter St David, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading, and London Paddington.
The next station is Dawlish.
The next station is Dawlish.
Cool. And there we go, that's where it proper opens up onto the coastline. But yeah, at some point we'll do like a stormy evening and see if there is actually like any difference, but I don't think there is. That's quite a bit of rotation on that now. Really notice it there. Doesn't really look as good with the sun behind it. Doesn't really look very good at all, really. Another shot sort of high up again. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now. Right, so up to 75, although there isn't really much point of trying to get above 60, as the 60 is going to be coming up shortly. Got a whistle board here. There's a foot crossing along here. Maybe is there a foot crossing to get down onto the beach? See if there's something going across the track. But you jump into photo mode just once again. Probably gets a bit irritating, doesn't it? Me jumping in this mode the whole blooming time. Yeah, the sun is sort of like in the worst place at the moment. It's sort of behind the train. I don't think there is a foot crossing. I just haven't seen any yet. That's it. Oh, is it down here? Is there a foot crossing here? No. Not sure what the whistle board there is for then. Oh no, there is no. There's sort of that little crossing there. Maybe it's for that. Where's the cab light on? That shouldn't be on. There we go, that's better. I think on TSW6 all of the trains have the cab lights on by default. Like when we were doing the Talent 2 on Dresden, the cab light was on. Well, I didn't really notice it was daytime. I just remembered to turn it off, I guess. Shouldn't really have it on. See the Dawlish town coming up. Is it a town? I suppose it's probably a small town, isn't it, Dawlish? You can see it coming up though. So we should get the announcement shortly for an hour approaching Dawlish. A little bit of breakage. And from here we then run non-stop into Exeter. Cool. And I assume, yeah, probably right to the end of the platform here as well. Yeah. And I think actually do we go a little bit past the platform? Yeah, I think it's going a little bit past as well on this one. Sort of oh no, is it? No, it's on the end. See the 9 to 10 board, but I don't know where the 5 coach marker is. Because on this train you get a 5 coach variant as well.
This is Dawlish.
1439. Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. Calling out.
Do you get a 5 coach? I didn't see any 5 coach one. Ooh, imagine getting off there. I'd imagine that coach probably wouldn't open in real life. So it's cutting it fine. 2. No, there isn't a 5, is there? Well, there's this, but I don't know what it would want you to stop on. Yeah, I can't imagine that door, that rear door. I can't imagine that would open because that is really cutting it thin, or cutting it fine. And we are near enough on the marker. Right. Yeah, Home of the Black Swan, which I think I get the reference to that now. There was a video, maybe it got recommended to me because of TSW, but there was a Black Swan, which I think they called Mr. Terminator.
Great Western Railway.
Right till the announcement does it.
London Paddington. We'll be calling at Exeter St David.
Yeah.
Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading,
Lovely.
and London Paddington.
Yeah, there was a black swan, like literally a swan, which is black, which aren't,
Exeter St David.
which I think turned up in Stafford upon Avon. Or was it Stratford upon Avon? Yeah, Stratford upon Avon. They had a black swan which turned up, which is quite a spectacle because they're not native to the UK. I mean, I've never seen a black swan, but it was like attacking the other swans, so they moved it down to Dawlish. So I assume that might be what that's on about. Maybe. Unless there's another black swan. Right, so it does come down to 60 for us. Although if you're on the down line, it's 70 round this corner. Nice, round we go. There's Dawlish Warren. And up to 80, that does then come down to I think 75 through Starcross. Let's get that up. Still a bit annoyed, you have to, I mean, I doubt I'd ever really stand there and go, but you have to teleport between the platforms at Dawlish Warren. And same with Exeter St Thomas. Instead of being able to physically walk down and change platforms, you have to teleport, which is a bit like, I think we saw that on, was that on Long Island Railroad? We saw that where you had to do that. And like teleport between the platforms. A bit weird. So we probably could get a better shot at this, because the sun will be, there we go, the sun will actually be on the side of the train. That looks a lot better than it being in the dark. Although still, it doesn't really focus that well, this train on here. Even if you do the autofocus, it sort of doesn't really... Same with the LNER one, doesn't really capture it that well. Let's get a nice shot like that. Got the fair in the background as well. Can we try and get the fair as well? Focal point. Let's set that further back. Oh, we can. Yeah, we'll do that. There you go, that will do. That's our photos for this video. I'm still quite impressed with the 166 video. Some of the shots we got on there, that was nice. the sun coming up over the sort of over there, over by Exmouth. Down to 75. Then after this we can then speed up to 100 miles per hour. Fastest bit of the route. For sort of the final sprint up into Exeter. Managed to mute the mic there in time. Out of the three routes, what's everyone's played the most of? Riviera, Dresden, or Morristown? I assume if you're watching this, probably Riviera. But I don't know, have you unexpectedly been playing Morristown or Dresden more? That's a 150, only has its marker lights on there. Didn't have its headlight on. Still haven't seen a HST. I want to see a HST. Then we tick off the full complement of, or the full roster of the Great Western stock. Still quite pleased we saw a 166 though at Paignton, because they don't spawn in often. Usually it's the HST you'll see, not the 166. So we're quite sort of lucky in a sense seeing that. At about 70 at the moment. Now we should easily be able to get up to 100 in this train. And I think at the moment this train doesn't actually have any faults. So nothing can go wrong with this train. Whereas in the Voyager, you get a diesel engine stall every stop. Which of course isn't meant to happen. They are going to fix that. Same with the 150, you get the stall every station, the engine will stall. Up to 100. So there used to actually be another stop along this part of the route. I'm going to try and get the name of it. Yeah, between Marsh Barton and Starcross, you had another station, or more so between Exeter St Thomas and Starcross. I'm trying to find what it was called. Let's be speed up. Was it Exminster? I can see where the station was. I'm looking at Google Maps and I can see exactly where the station was. It might have been Exminster. You can quite clearly see where the station used to be. So we go on street views here, I can see anything more. Cool. We've got about 92 at the moment, just got to acknowledge that. And 95 now. Yeah, maybe Exminster, that might have been what it was called. Which was... No, it might have been it there, actually. The old station site. It's before a road bridge, and there's like a little industrial estate on the left-hand side. So it might have just passed it back there. The old site of the former station. And then fairly soon we'll be able to see the big, imposing, I think it's some sort of recycling, or some sort of big centre coming up, which is where Marsh Barton station is. It's quite a large building. Let's get one more flyby shot before it's too late. Actually, it will be quite soon. We'll be at Exeter. And you really cut down the miles on this part really quickly. And it comes down to what, 75, then 45. Yeah, there's the big building there. So Marsh Barton's right next to that, sort of right under it. Warning for a 75. Weirdly no AWS magnet for that. One of the more surprising places where you wouldn't have one. This is Marsh Barton. Through we go. Weird little canisters there, or sort of whatever they are. Yeah, down towards that 45. That'll be coming up next. Which I think there is a warning board for that, I think. Another line joining up there, and then you go through Exeter St Thomas. Yeah, there's the warning board there, which does have an AWS magnet, 45. I think starts once you're around the corner. So we should be cleared into Exeter St David's. I wonder what platform we'll be coming into. I don't know, the only platform we've actually been into so far is the main platform. And it looks like it's the same again, just into the main one.
We are now approaching
There's a Voyager.
David.
That ticks off seeing that one. Double Voyager as well. And there's a HST. There you go. That's all of the GWR stuff we've seen. Nice. Yeah, the FPS does drop down quite a bit. There goes a 158, which is meant to be the Southwest Trains 159. Still a bit unsure about that. Cool. And here we are, this is Exeter St David's.
This is Exeter St David.
There we go, well that is going to be it everybody for today's... Where's that one going, actually? I doubt that's going to Paddington. Apparently it's going to Exeter St David's. Service from Exeter St David's. So it's not going very far then. Yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links, usual places. I mean, that was that perfect. Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards. Do feel free to check that out. If you do buy a departure board through that link, I believe I get 5% of that commission. So pretty cool. See you all and take care. Bye guys.